the nationwide EAS test that went out across all phones, all TVs received it pretty much. And that caused some issues for the Amish community, where several fellas seem to be exposed for having a secret phone. But as was predicted here by Isaiah, you brought this up. It wasn't just the Amish that were dealing with their secret phones being exposed. It was also plenty of prisoners across the United States. You're also not supposed to have a cell phone in jail. And so stories are coming out here that the EAS test that went out on Wednesday did wind up exposing several different prisoners for having a phone behind bars.
Yeah, you got to be ready. You always got to be ready.
You got to be prepared. Now, it is pointed out, it looks like from prison to prison, maybe, word had spread among prisoners. Like in Nevada, apparently, they say that most phones, the prisoners had a heads up about this kind of test coming, and so they had their phones turned off, whatever they needed to do. Because, like, I think if you have it turned off, if you turned it on too soon after, you'd still get this alert.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, so they had the heads up and were able to keep their phones under wraps. However, at New York State Prison and a prison in Florida, many phones were confiscated. And evidently, this is a big problem, having phones behind bars. I guess you can understand why prisoners would be motivated to smuggle them in. It's become so much of a problem that there are dogs where their primary duty is to sniff out secret cell phones of prisoners. They call them e-dogs. You believe that?
To track down the electronic devices?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it makes sense. The one thing that could help them escape would be a phone. My only question is, how would they not have a heads up
about the
EAS thing coming?
I think.
Like, don't you think that whoever they're talking to on the outside world would have texted them and been like, hey, I know that you're texting me.
Mm-hmm.
You need to hide your phone.
Yeah.
Turn it off.
I guess that's the last time they'll talk to that person.
Yeah, clearly
for multiple
they didn't
reasons.
care.
For multiple reasons. Yeah, I don't know. I think out of all the people that might, I feel like if you're in prison, you would kind of just like whisper to your prisoner buddies. The word would get around. Once one person knew, you have to know that word gets things travel in prison. I would think that that would be one common goal all the prisoners could find, would be like, hey, let's look out for one another.
You think they do that? You really think that's how it works?
I know
they're all one big family in there. That's how you think it works?
Or
they're probably trying to keep it from one another.
Do you think the different factions within the prison would be like, hey, let's plant a phone on this guy
exactly.
and not even turn it off, and then when the alert comes, it'll look like he has a secret phone?
Much more likely.
Yeah, that would cause some division, and I don't know. I guess that's possible. That'd make for a pretty lame TV show, though. That's how the prisoners.
That's the big move.
Yeah.
Wasn't that a great Riot clip? While you're here, you should watch more of our videos and subscribe so you don't miss what we do next.